In this video, I'm going to review some steps in creating an IPT file, that is an individual part file, and show you how to begin an assembly file. So from the upper left-hand part of the screen, I'm going to click the drop down and begin a part file. And to start this, we're going to click on 2D Sketch and select the XY plane. Now, there are a couple of ways to do this. I'm going to use the rectangle command, and I'll move the mouse over the screen, over the active window, left click once, and I can drag it out, and as the dimensions become active, I can either type the dimension, and I'm going to go ahead and just type a different dimension, 0.9, and then when I press tab, the height dimension is now active, and I can press 0.9, and then when I press enter, I'm going to get a square that is 9/10 of an inch by 9/10 of an inch. By the way, the wheel in the middle of the mouse, when you roll that, you can zoom in and zoom out. If I press down lightly to click with the wheel, so if I press down on the wheel, that is the command that I can use to drag this around. Get the little hand symbol and I can move this cube around. Let off and then your mouse is active again. Now 0.9 is not the dimension that I wanted. I wanted an inch. So to change this, I can press escape on the keyboard, and now I can actually select things with my mouse. So I'll just double click on this dimension, and now I can type 1 to make that 1 inch, and click the check mark or press enter on the keyboard. And I'm going to do that with this one as well. I want to make this 1 inch. I'm just going to press enter. Now my cube is 1 inch by 1 inch. At this point, I'm going to finish the sketch in the upper right hand part of the screen. And now I'm going to extrude the sketch. So I go to the upper left part of the screen, click extrude, and then I want to use this dimension right here to make that 1 inch. If your window is collapsed, it might look like this, and you'll just need to click the drop down arrow so that you can type your dimension in there and click OK. I'm going to use the wheel in the middle of the mouse to zoom out, and now I'm going to assign this a material. I'm going to go to the Tools menu, the Tools tab up here, select Material, and I'm just going to make this, make it nylon. And so I have to select this little up arrow to add the material to the document, and then close the window. Now I'm going to save this file by going to the drop down menu in the upper left corner, Save As, and I want to save this as Cube 6, or I'm sorry, Cube 7. And now I have 7 cubes created. For the project that we're going to do in class, you only need 6. As you can see, I have different cubes, 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, and different materials. Alright, I'm just going to minimize this, get it out of the way for now. And now I'm going to go to the upper left hand part of the screen, and I'm going to create a new assembly file. Select that. In an assembly, you can connect different parts that you have created with Inventor. So the first thing to do would be to select a part by going to the upper left part of the screen and select Place. At this point, you're going to be asked to select File. And I want to go to my Puzzle Cubes folder, double click that to open it, and select which part that I want to use. I'm going to just select Cube 1. Double click that, and automatically the cubes appear on the screen. And so as I move this around, it's going to move the cube on the screen. I want to go ahead and click once with the left mouse button, and it places the first cube. Now I'm going to roll the wheel so that I'm zooming out. And I want to place 4 cubes on the screen. Every time I left click, it drops a cube. Now, after I have the 4 cubes placed on the screen, I'm going to click with the right mouse button and just select OK. That will end the place command. So now I've placed the 4 cubes. The next step is to join these cubes together. And I want to make a puzzle piece that will match the drawings that I made in class earlier. And you'll match your puzzle cubes to make 6 different pieces that made up your puzzle cube. So to do this, to join them so that they can't move apart, we're going to constrain them together. A constraint is something that holds them in place. So you see the constrain tab at the top here. I'm going to click that, open up this little window, and now I can start to join these together. I have a couple of commands. I have a make command, which is going to place 2 faces together, and I have a flush command, which is going to even the edges. So I'm going to begin with the mate. I'm going to mate this face of that cube. I'm going to rotate the view cube so I can see the other surface here, the other face that I want to join. And I'm going to select that one. Now those 2 faces are mated together. To make this stay, I have to click the apply button. It's probably one of the most frequently missed steps by people beginning to use Inventor. Click apply. Now notice they're not even. I have to flush these faces in order to make these connect properly. So I'm going to select flush. I'm going to select that face. I'm going to even them up. Now click apply. Now I also need to flush those 2 faces and click apply. And with these constraints, I have held those together. They won't come apart. And I just want to join another cube, so I'm going to go back to mate. I'm going to mate that face, that cube, with that face, and hit apply. This edge, click apply, and I'm going to push the top edges and click apply. The next piece I want to put on top. That face with the bottom face, click apply. Notice it doesn't seem like it moves very much. Those faces are on the same plane, so they are going. I just need to flush the proper edges now. I'm going to flush this edge, click apply, and then I'm going to flush the back edges and click apply. Home button right here to get back to kind of an original orientation. You can see now I have my perfect puzzle cube assembled. I'm going to close the constraint menu, and I'm going to save this piece. Click the drop down, save as. I want to place this in my puzzle cube folder. You can put it in your design modeling folder. And I'm going to call this Cube Assembly 1. And Save. That's okay. And we have our first piece assembled. Now, you will assemble 6 different pieces to match your orthographic drawings and to match the puzzle cube that you built with the wooden blocks.